I was asked recently to have a look at an RGB light bulb, a Wi-Fi enabled device. The company that sent me it was a company called ZM Link. I will send you, or I will put in the description, a link to the product on AliExpress. They also sell on Amazon, and William, who I've spoken to a few times, is being very, very chatty online and very, very supportive. They originally sent me the product to test with Amazon Echo, which is what has delayed things a little bit because the skill in the UK has only just recently become available. But now that it has, I'll get a chance to show you it. This video is going to be in two parts. The first part, I'm going to have a look at using the bulb with the software that the manufacturer suggests, which works with Amazon Echo. I'm then going to do a follow-up video which is going to show how to hack this bulb, because inside it has a microcontroller called an ESP8266, which people who are in the DIY home automation sort of community will know very well. So we'll have a look at updating its firmware so that we can use it with other systems. In particular, in my case, I'm going to show how to use it with OpenHAB in a later video. But let's have a look at it working with its native app. So this is the bulb. It comes in a brown cardboard box, which I think is a great idea. I don't like too much landfill, and considering it's going to go in the bin shortly afterwards, it's quite good to see sort of minimal packaging. The bulb itself, if you've seen the Philips Hue bulbs, although they're not Wi-Fi bulbs as such, this bears a very striking resemblance to them. It has an aluminium body, it has a plastic opaque cap, and a screw fitting, which in the UK, well, bayonets are more popular, but screw fittings are certainly not impossible to get hold of. In fact, increasingly you'll see them being sold in the UK. So I'm just going to plug it in. I reset this bulb to sort of factory settings before I started, so this is pretty much how it arrived. So when you plug it in for the first time, it flashes away, telling you that it's ready to be paired with your Wi-Fi network. In order to pair it with the Wi-Fi network, you need to use an app. The app I'm using is called TireSmart. It's not the one that they recommended in the instructions that came with it, but William, who runs ZM Link, he suggested that I use this app, and I kind of followed his advice on it. So I've already added the app to my Android tablet here. The app does require you to have an internet connection before it works, and it requires you to create a login with password to get started. So if you're not happy about connecting to sort of unknown servers, that might be something that you consider a poor point. If not, as I said, I'm going to show you later on in a later video how to link it to your own home automation server if that's something you prefer. So with the device flashing like it is, I'm just going to click on Add Device, and up it pops in the app. You can see the TireSmart app has obviously been designed to run with all sorts of different home automation equipment. In this case, it's lighting that we're looking for. So I'll just click on here in lighting, and it goes into pairing mode. So it's asking me for the next step. I'm just going to click next step. It's asking me to make sure the light's flashing, which you can see in this case it is. In which case we connect it to Wi-Fi. Now what's been blurred out here is my Wi-Fi password, because the app itself, it doesn't mask it as you type it in. Yeah, no, you're not going to get to see that, but that's what you include at this point. I then click confirm, and it goes into a connecting routine. Now I've played with this a few times, and it sometimes takes a little while to connect. Sometimes it connects quite quickly. It seems to be reasonably random in terms of how that works. So we'll just give it a moment or two, and hopefully it's going to connect. Now it's taken a while this time. I've got a feeling that perhaps it's not going to connect, in which case that's a good chance to show you another method of connecting it. So it didn't connect using the first mode. So what I'm going to try and do is connect it using a different mode. Now for this, what we do is we switch the lights on and off a few times. So I'll switch it off, and then I'll switch it on once, twice, 3 times. Try that again. So once, twice, 3 times. And one more time. Once, twice, 3 times. And you see this time it goes into a much more slow flashy mode. So I'm going to click on next step. It's going to just double check that it's doing the right thing. And now this time I'll try and confirm it. And it'll ask to connect to a hotspot. So I'll click connect now. And there we go. On my hotspots it says Smart Life. That's the bulb itself. So this time basically it's creating its own kind of Wi-Fi network, and I'm connecting to the network that way. So I'm going to click connect. It'll go through the business of connecting, and it's now connected. I'll go back to the device, and what it's doing this time is, with the device connected, it's now giving it the Wi-Fi settings that I gave it before. So this is looking a lot more healthy, and yep, here we go, fantastic, and it's actually connected. So it didn't work the first time, but it connected through a different mode, and it seemed to work just nicely. It's given myself a device here. It's asking me if I want to share with the family. You can share amongst a number of different people and a number of different accounts. That's not something I'm going to just do just now, so I'm just going to click done. And what you'll see now up on the screen here is it's been given a Chinese name, but that should be my device. If I click on and off, the device is now operating. So once you've got your device connected, you can then click in, and this gives you access to the app itself. The app itself has a button here to switch on and off, and then you've got across the bottom of the app here the various different modes which can control this light. I'm not going to go into every one of them. The first one sets the white and brightness of the light, and also allows you to warm or cool down the bulb itself. The next setting is colour, which allows you to set different colours with your light itself and different levels of saturation, which is fantastic. There's also some scenes and various other different parts of this app. So the scenes kind of give kind of funny colours and stuff like that. Yeah, there's various other things. What I'm going to do before I try and connect to Amazon or to Amazon Echo is I'm just going to go up to the settings for this device. Before we can control it using the Amazon Echo, we need to give it a name that the Amazon Echo can understand. So at the moment it's got a Chinese name, and obviously with my Echo account being in English, that's no use. So I'm just going to rename it, and I'm going to call it, in this case, Office Light. And confirm it. And now that that's done, I can now try and control this with Amazon Echo. So the next thing to do is to enable the Alexa skill. Most Alexa skills can be enabled using a voice command, but because we're going to be tying the Alexa skill to our particular account with the Toya Smart, we need to do this using either the Alexa application or the web browser for Alexa. So I'm just going to go to the web interface. The address I'm going to, because I'm in the UK, is alexa.amazon.co.uk. And from there, I want to go to the skills menu. I could go hunting for my skills via the categories and then through Smart Home, but to save a little time, I'm just going to search for it under Toya. And then I'm going to click the Toya Smart skill. I'm then going to click enable to enable the skill, and at this point it will ask me for my account credentials. So here I type in my email address that I used when I set up the account, and then the password, which I hopefully can remember correctly. So I click to link it. This is a step that probably you wouldn't have to do. I've played around with various different bits of software because several different bits of software will work with this app. I'm just going to choose Toya Smart because that's the one that I'm currently using. And I'm going to click like now. And after a second or two, it tells me it's been successfully linked with TireSmart. Now I go back to the web interface, and now I'm being prompted to discover devices. So I'll click Discover Devices. It takes about 20 seconds or so for it to find all the devices that I have in my house, which at the moment is just the one. And after that 20 seconds is finished, there we go. Now we can see that Office Light, which is the name I gave the light bulb in the app. That's now available as an Alexa skill. And when I want to address the light bulb, Office Light is the voice command that I'm going to use. Alexa, turn Office Light off. And you see it switches off. Alexa, set Office Light to 50%.
That command doesn't work on device Office Light.
Now this is a funny thing with the bulb itself. It has various different modes, and what you'll find is for instance when it was in scene mode there, I wasn't getting the opportunity to dim it. But if I put it in either colour or white mode, I'll stick it into white mode just now. Now when I try and control it with Amazon Echo, it will give me the dimming commands as well. Alexa, dim Office Light to 50%.
Okay.
And you see now that I get the full command. Alexa, dim Office Light to 10%.
Okay.
Alexa, dim Office Light to 90%.
Okay.
Alexa, Office Light off.
Okay.
So you can see that the bulb itself, it works very, very well with Alexa once you get it set up. And as I said, it'll also do that not just for white light, but if you've got the light set to a particular colour, then you can get the same things happening. Alexa, dim Office Light to 10%.
Okay.
So that's this particular video over and done with. In my next video, as I said, I'm going to have a look at the internals of the bulb, find the microcontroller, which is an ESP8266, and then we're going to have a go at reprogramming this particular RGB bulb with some more generic software, which will allow me to connect to, in my case, OpenHAB, but in actual fact, many of the different home automation servers. Thank you for watching. If you like the video, then give us a little plus. Tell me how you get on. If you've got any comments to add, then that would be awesome too. And thanks for your time. Bye now.